there, Foxy Gamers! Welcome to a new little game called Kingdoms and Castles. This is currently in its alpha stage. Pretty soon you'll be able to buy it on Steam. I think it's going to be around $10, but that will be a little bit yet, and I decided to opt in the $40 for the alpha access so that you don't have to pay it yourselves and you can see what this game is like before you make the decision later. Alright, let's start a new map, and we're gonna go with easy, because I like having threats. I would like to try hard, but that is not yet in the game. So for our map select, we just randomly say whether we want to accept it or change it, and what I am looking for is a good area by some trees and some stone, like over there, but I also want it to be a fairly interesting map too. Although not too complicated. We can build bridges in this game, so that part is nice. This actually looks a little intriguing. I'm gonna let it spin around for a second here so I can see what's on this island before I make a decision. Actually, this looks like a great place, so I'm gonna select this map. It'll be fun to have 3 separate little islands and everything, and I'm going to invert this zoom because it is messing with my brain. Okay. Ooh, we're gonna have to clear out a lot of trees here. These gray rocks, or dark gray rocks, are unusable stone that are just kind of an object sort of in your way. So that is taking up space that we won't be able to use. It's not ideal having all of those around here. I was thinking there was less than that, but we're gonna go ahead and use this spot anyway. I wasn't thinking about fertile land very much for our farms. Well, we can probably make do with this. So we'll go ahead and place our castle. Oh gosh, this actually isn't much room at all, is it? Ah, it'll be okay. I am ready for a challenge. Alright, so after we have our castle placed there, we want to start clearing out these trees, and there's no, like, select all area, so we have to individually click on these squares for the trees. But, okay, and here's our little advisors. Agriculture. Good day, sire. We'll need farms first to feed our workers. Good day, sire. Let's begin growing our kingdom with some roads, then houses. And good day, because we don't care about military yet. Alright, so this has, like, elements of Banished to it, as you'll probably realize right off the bat here. We need to build roads for our houses and pretty much everything to connect to, and I want to try to leave as many greener spots open as I can for farms, which I can't see right now in the winter, so we might wait until spring rolls around before we decide a place for our houses. There we go. We'll stick one here, and unfortunately we're going to have to take up a nice spot for our farm, but that'll be okay. And we want to drop down some farms as quickly as possible here so that we can start producing food. And the reason I want these green spots is because the yellow ones, or brown ones, are not actually fertile enough for us to even use. So we won't be able to have a nice little cluster of farms at this time for now, but we can always move them later. I don't know what's happening here. Why? This potentially looks like it's bugged out. I don't know why these guys are... Ah, okay. So for some reason that helped free them up. Yeah, just a reminder, this is still alpha, so there are definitely bugs. And that was apparently one of them. Alright, so when we have this house built, we can see our happiness. The base happiness is 50, road access plus 8, has neighbors plus 8, and they want access to a well, which is something we're going to build later because we need stone for that, which we don't have just yet. And I'm a little upset about them taking so long to build that house because you can see we're running low on our food here, which we're not going to be able to get until spring. Yeah, thank you. I know. And we want to be able to attract more people, but that's not going to happen until we have enough food and homes to do so. The nice thing about this game versus Banished is we don't actually have to assign people to tasks. They just kind of take it upon themselves. Yeah, I know our food situation is dire. Okay, I want to build a quarry here. Have to build it next to these rocks. And we might not want our people to be spending time too much on this quarry, but the nice thing is we can always click on something and we can close it, which I don't want to do there because I actually want to get as much as I can from this. Oh, it does look like our farm's flooded though. I think that's what that blue is here, so unfortunately those aren't going to produce it all for us. Alright, only one person found a satisfactory home and decided to stay. That doesn't surprise me, but I'm glad we got anybody at all. Alright, he's gonna bug me about the food stores for quite a while, so I'm just gonna ignore him for the time being. We are running low on wood though, so we'll go ahead and chop down these trees in the surrounding area because we want to build out from here too. And there's potentially some fertile land underneath these trees, which actually it does look like that, so I'm going to take care of those too. Maybe we'll put an orchard down there or something. Alright, you can see our happiness is going down. Oh no, 17, recent food shortage, and our people aren't able to get this food fast enough before the winter comes, and this is why it'd be better to have a solid area of fertile land for us to build a granary, but for now, we're just going to have to deal with that. We'll be okay. But pretty soon here we are going to want to start making some more farms in this area. Put down a stockpile there because pretty soon we're going to have more wood than we actually need. But this is a very luscious area that I need to clear the space to build things on. Okay, there we go. We now have some room clear to... Oh, can't make the granary until we harvest some stone here. By the way, I don't know whether it's granary or granary. I used to call it granary in Civilization, but I have heard people say it the other way too. So if you happen to know exactly whether it's granary or granary, please let me know. There is no I in it, which tells me it should be granary, but English is weird, so that might be wrong. Okay, I'm going to place an orchard right here, and they won't give us a huge amount of immediate food. Oh, wait a second. Let's see now. The problem is I want to build a road and a granary. Okay, actually, yeah, let's put the granary here. And we can make our road go this way. I just want to be able to connect things later. Throw down the orchard. And we'll have to take out a few more trees here too. Alright, we don't need any stone for now, so I'm going to close that and put these good people to work. Alright, since this is a lot of space here that we can't use for farms, we can put a few more houses down here, hopefully attract some more folks. I realize this is a bit of a crowded area that I chose with... I got all excited about all these resources here, but there's not actually a whole lot of space for me to build stuff. Okay, our orchard is underway and our granary is built, and you can see here we can now store up to 250 food, and the guys that are super close to the granary we'll take their food there instead of running all the way back to the castle, potentially saving us some of our food. I do want to, let's see. Shoot! This is such a good spot for farms, but I'm gonna need to connect my road over there somehow, and I can't do it this way. So we're gonna have to sacrifice this land, unfortunately. How about we chop down some of these trees and see if there's anything fertile under there. Okay, I'm gonna use this little space right here for things that don't necessarily need access to the road, like this well. Should be okay there. And that will make our people a lot happier, thus attracting more folks to our village. Yes, plus 8 happiness. And you can see here this orchard, since it was on some really fertile land in a couple places, it gets a plus 12 fertility bonus, and it will produce more food every season for us. Speaking of food, how about we throw down... Oh, good, we can actually put that there. I wasn't sure, since there's a rock there, that it was going to let us do that. Alright, we should be okay on food for a little while, because I don't think our orchard has actually produced yet, so once that starts happening, we'll have a lot more food in storage. So let's see what other things we can build to make our people happy. Normally, I would have built a forester a long time ago, but since we have so many trees around here, I haven't really felt the need to bother with that yet. But how about we make a charcoal maker, and that way we can start building better houses, which will attract more people, make them happier, but they also need charcoal to burn their firewood. Yes, okay, so they want us to build nicer houses or other things that the peasants might enjoy. There are things like breweries that we can put down. Let's see, a tavern. Yeah, it consumes food, so we want to make sure we have enough extra food in store before we do that. Woo, our happiness is going really well. So I do want to put a cottage down here. Let's see, they're gonna want a neighbor though, so I can plop down a little hovel over here and hopefully that— oh no, that's not an acceptable position. Okay, well, hopefully across the street is going to be considered a neighbor. I'm not entirely sure about that, but we will find out. Let's see, we're running low on trees. It probably will be time to build a forester soon, because they actually will automate the process of gathering wood as well as plant some of the wood, like they do in Banished. That's pretty similar. Alright, there we go! This new house will actually house 12 people, which is really fantastic for the amount of space that it takes up. It's, well, I guess it's really only 50% more than the hovels, because it does take up 2 spots. But, let's see, road access wants charcoal for heating and cooking, which we have, so I don't know why that's not... Oh, they don't like the smoke from the charcoal maker. Wah wah, too bad, you can't have everything. So sorry. But we'll give you, like, you said you don't have a neighbor, right? Yeah, once neighbors. So we'll just try to offset that charcoal thing by giving you neighbors. I don't know if these guys are going to be too close to the charcoal maker as well, but we'll find out. How about you just have the charcoal maker live in this house, and then his commute is really short every day. That should make you happy. Alright, it is year 11, and I don't remember if there's an actual year that this starts happening, but at some point in this game... Ooh, look at this fertile land over here. We should make a farming area down there. At some point in the game, we're going to have Vikings start invading, and I'm going to want to have archer towers to defend our town, because there's no way to, like, actually train units and control them. Which means we're also going to want to build a keep, which will allow us to tax our villagers. A throne room, sorry. Ooh, 50 stone. Alright, it's gonna be a little bit before we can do that. And then we can get gold and start buying things like archers to protect our town. We might not get that in time before we have the first Viking invasion, which is unfortunate, but we're just gonna have to deal with that. I am going to place... Let's see, I want to make sure the wood, or the road can come around here. Put another quarry down by these rocks so that we can get stone a little bit faster. We're gonna need a lot of stone later. Our food situation is pretty good though, so I'm not gonna worry about building more farms at this time because that will cause our people to not have time to do other things. Ooh. Chop down a few more trees. Alright, unfortunately, it doesn't appear that across the street counts as neighbors. And I don't know what the issue is here for them wanting charcoal. And oh no! Our house is on fire! That's what the well is for. It makes them not have to run as far to put out the fires. So fortunately, we did place that down, because otherwise they'd have a little ways to run to get the water. Alright, well, I'll give this guy a neighbor. The people in this house just aren't going to be very happy, I guess, but sucks to be them. Oh, our farm got flooded, oh no! These are very interesting looking trees. Is that supposed to be snow on top of them? I don't know what that's about. Why are they albino, half albino trees? Okay, people visited our kingdom, but none saw fit to stay. I'm not really sure why. Our happiness is really high. I don't know, maybe because the only houses that are open are not as happy? That's interesting. I also can't figure out why these people still want charcoal when we have 17 charcoal. Maybe it's a bug. I don't know. Alright, well, we will build ourselves a forester. I think now is a good time, because we're gonna go over here to make our farms on this nice little piece of fertile land. And so we can use this area for our foresting business. Okay, well, at least this time we had 3 people come and hang out with us. Our forester, we want to have as far away from the road as we can, which I think this looks like that will be the spot. Because we want it to have enough space to chop down trees and replant them and all that sort of thing. So I think that's a pretty good spot. Just perfect enough to use this surrounding area but not have it wasted in the water. That way we'll be able to automate our wood gathering a little bit better here since we're running out of forest around this area. Okay, we're doing pretty well. Our happiness is nice and high and we're attracting several people, and we have a cute little thing going on here. I actually like having this go around the rocks and stuff. It makes it a little more unique. But before the Vikings come, we're gonna want to build ourselves a keep, make some money, and, or not a keep, I keep saying the wrong thing, a throne room, there we go. So we'll do that and start taxing our civilians so that we can build some archer towers. But that is going to be for next episode. So thanks a lot for joining me, boys and berries. And until next time, stay foxy.